All right, here we are, and I hope this stream is working. I've been checking and practicing it. If this works, I'll be happy. The play button. My people, happy Saturday. All right, it's track feedback. We're starting off right now with some ambient stuff from Smit. No, not Smit. Piv Clit. Jeez. The project is called Grown Out of Minimal, and this one is called Doors. A couple of years ago, I got Smit and Piv Clit mixed up all the time because it's like 3 letters and then 4 letters and the P and the L, and I was like, finally, I got it figured out, except for right now. What's going on? Loud and clear, my first try. Finally, seriously, man, the stream key stuff, and then I looked at the link that went out in the email, and it was like, it said something about like how to build a like YouTube. DJ Waters, Mindbender, the Matt Schultz. What's going on? Randy Adams. All right. Service. So yeah, this ambient project is super cool. I'm not even sure the scope of it. These are 11-minute tracks, so I'll talk a little bit. Maybe I'll skip through. I don't think we're gonna play all 11 minutes. And for my guest, I have glassy blue head with headphones on with a light behind it, making a little light sculpture. Randy's in Munich. Cool. All right, thanks for hanging out, everybody. What I did was I pulled out all the newest tracks in the threads on Discord, and we're gonna run through them. I got about 10 tracks, and I'm here for a good hour and a half. Let me turn this up. Super deep meditative music. In fact, it makes me want to take my shoes off, so let me go do the bass cave test. Turn off el teléfono. Okay, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna skip ahead in this track. We're at 3 minutes. It's super deep and nice, really well mixed. All the sound layers are glued together, and the beats are doing a super cool echo thing. The question is, do you think we're gonna get a kick drum or not? Yeah, Randy, this is a yoga class. You can click to tip me on YouTube, and we're gonna start off with a DJ pose. It goes like this. I'm gonna skip forward and see if we get a kick drum. Hold on. Here we are, 4:18. There's a break. Ocean sound. There we go. 4.5 minutes. Coming in deep. I would love to hear this on a big outdoor sound system. Just be like... Let's skip out a little bit, see if we get a bit of a climax. 6 minutes, I see a spike on the SoundCloud form. What do you got? Birds. Any kind of high frequency content can function like a crash kind of a cymbal. Too cool. Skipping out. 8 minutes. Is Genie in here? I got a Paraverse track after this that I think would be cool. Here's 9 minutes. 10 minutes. Matt Schultz, that sounds like a fun camping trip. And we're at 10.5 minutes. I'm gonna let this play to the end to see how it ends. And again, I am so sorry to cut this track short. It's the kind of track you just sit inside and flow. But Hey, we got Woat. Yeah. Yes, man. What a great project. I got nothing to say about that. It's great. Mix is awesome. Sound design is awesome, especially the nature sounds. We had some water in there. We had some birds, some forest. For song structure, you know, this isn't a track where you think of a structure, but it did have an intro, a gap, and then a main section where the bass came in. So that sort of functions like structure. And 10 out of 10 from Martin. Whoa, what are you talking about? Sound doesn't work. I think everybody else can hear the sound. I hope your system's okay. I hope it's not my system. Let's move on to the next one. And Pivclit, we are ready for this album to drop and give us the link. So real quick, Paraverse track called Hookup. I'm gonna just change the names. Paraverse Hookup. And it goes like this. Oh, Randy, all you have to do is go camping with Matt Schultz, have some vegetables, special salad. Yeah, the flutter on that one too is like. I like the realistic drums we got going on in here. Drums sound amazing. I'm doing a little low end boost at 80 hertz with a low shelf, kind of like on a DJ mixer, because I need more bottom end. Drums are like A+ on this. How's that mid-range feeling? So what I'm doing is I took the mid-range down around 1,000 hertz, little dip there, and a little high-end boost. Super rough mastering, but hey, Scott's here. I don't know where she got these drums. It feels live. I'm guessing it might be maybe some loops. Listen for that floor tom again. All right, so we got a drum break that we could trace and see if it's exactly the same every time. That ride cymbal. Drums are mixed amazingly if it's a live drummer with a couple mics on here. Hit the loop switch. Only 3 minutes. Ooh, what was that? Did you hear that little crackle at the end? It sounded like if you turn off the power on a system and there's still music playing. At the very last part, the volume goes down and then the system loses power and it can't reproduce the waveform and it goes like breaks. Sounded like that. Let's just check out again from the beginning. Can we hear any variations in the drums that show that it's a live drummer all the way through? Or does this sound like a drum fill that's exactly the same every time? So that's like one drum pattern. I think Jeannie's voice could be louder. That's the number one thing, is the vocal is a little too buried. The synths are beautiful, the mid-range mix is great, but I do want the vocal up on front more, up on top more. This loop is like perfect, these drums. I'm waiting for that drum fill with the floor tom. Okay, and that happened again later. Here's 238. What was that drum fill? Okay, and back again. Doom doom taka taka doom taka doom. All right, are we doing that? All right, at 241, I think I heard more snare hits. Tum tum check check tum taka taka. Ticka ticka tum. And now 105 and 240, I think it's a loop. I think that's exactly the same drum part. I could be wrong, but what's that echoing in the background? Love the strings. I don't know. I'm gonna guess these are a couple of drum stems where they give you like long sections, like 32 bars or something like that. Oh, Maxime's here, all right. And I don't know, I would love to hear she played the drums and recorded it herself. I'd be like, how did you do that? So Jeannie, the number one thing is bring your vocal up louder and put more bass in the mix. The kick drum needs more bass, or the whole mix needs more bass with the kick in it, or the low end. I don't know how you have the tracks split out, but basically I had my low end EQ jacked up at 80 hertz with a shelf, so like 6 dB, a ton more bass. I pulled the mids down around 1,000 hertz on the whole stereo mix. So in your synth group, take some of the synths and dip out the range where your voice is loudest. That's basically gonna make a thing where your voice feels louder. You can put your voice up a couple dB and cut out a little bit of the pocket where your vocal range sits in the synths, so that we get this feel of like the whole thing is one big synth world with your voice as the prominent front edge of it. Because right now I feel like it's a big stereo synth world and your voice is like underneath, like, oh. That's how I describe it. I hope that, I hope that makes sense. My little visual, that's like a little turtle, like, good under there. All right, next we're gonna move on to Scarloe, a track called Hiatus. And Pill, if you want to type in something about this track and let us know what you want with it. Scarloe Hiatus while I'm typing, from the electronic genre. And I didn't preview this one yet. This is my first listen. Let's see what we got. Wow, I like it already. I'm gonna let it come in quiet. Ooh, that's a cool bass sound. It's kind of bouncy metal. Wow. That kick drum beat is a little surprising. Okay, arrangement tips. You're looking for arrangement tips on the second half. Cool. So the fourth cycle in that kick drum loop is like a little unpredictable. I think I bit my lip. Okay, 125. Nice mix. Sounds are put together. There's tons of space. And I like the dreamy sounds. And the drums are crisp. Mindbender, a cheap reverb on the bass. Is that a cheap reverb on the bass? I like how it sounds kind of metallic and like... I really like how that drum groove is like now I'm in a steady place with it and it's not super predictable. Was that a little chord change? Okay, so at the beginning, the kick drum part, it was throwing me out a little bit, but that last section, it really settled into a groove and felt good, so. I think we're in the second half, is this right? So 238, hold on, 238. I feel like there's a little bit of a different chord change coming. Here we are at 2.5 minutes. Around 237, I feel like I heard a little bit of a dissonant note. Was there some other chord happening there? Man, this is great for like pure electronic. You could fit it really well into a downtempo set. I like how the snare drum is kind of papery too. It's like... Okay, there is a distance. Okay, I thought I heard that. At the end, that synth by itself had a couple of little spots where you might want to do a notch EQ, where it's like, look around 2K, 3000, something like, right there, 344. Because there's a couple of little high frequency peaks that just spike a little bit. And for anybody watching on the replay, if you're in the Facebook group or anything, what I mean specifically, don't just guess the number. Open up EQ8, double click to expand the screen so you can see the waveform inside there, and then look exactly at a moment in the music and watch the peaks, and you'll see little peaks spike up. Then what you do is put the mouse on the line where the peak spikes up, and the little box in EQ8 in the display will show you the frequency of that exact place on the spectrum line. It's so cool. It makes a connection between the sound you hear, where it shows up in the EQs, and what number that frequency is. So then you just set your EQ knob at that frequency, like 6.14K or something like that. Trente Moller, that's the word. Yeah, man. Okay. Yeah, very Trente Moller. Yeah, that's like electronic music for electronic musicians. It's really, I don't know how, maybe at the beginning, the beat was a little bit too complex for like, you know, pop electronic music. Like, if you drop this on a dance floor by itself, people might be like, oh, where's the beat? Where's the beat? Which you don't want to do. But when it comes in here, like a minute 51, now there's like a really nice pulse. Doom, doom, boom. Where your body has the groove, and then the beats play with that back and forth. So I like it now. Mix notes. I said the high frequency thing. I think in the mastering, also this could get a little more low end. Maybe I'm just a bass junkie, but I'm always thinking that. If anybody has a comment on the low end, let me know what you hear in your world, because I am in headphones and talking, so yeah. But the arrangement, Pill, man, the arrangement's great. It goes all the way through. It's even kind of on the short side. Like this could even be a 5-minute track and not get boring. Right here, 2:35. Ciao, what? And then it comes back in. So I have that general feeling, like when I think of this track, I think, oh yeah, it had that cool intro, sort of a messed up beat that resolved into something really interesting rhythmically, and then it had a break and an end section.
before Trent Moller would be a rock star.
Yeah. And then the very ending, 343. Oh, we got a cut off of the reverb tails. So make another mix, EQ out the highs on that little synth. Definitely let it run 10 seconds after the last reverb dies down so you don't cut off the tails. I'm saying that as a general tip for anybody listening anywhere in any universe. Don't cut off your reverb tails. Bounce your mix, drag your loop braces like 4 bars beyond the last end of the last tail, just to make sure you don't cut it off, because when you do, everybody's sad. And yeah, Pill, get that mastered, man. I think a little more bass, a little EQ notch, and it's good to go. So let's go on to Caesar Scarloe, Preak Boint. And I'm going to label this so you know what I just said, because I just said something. RL. I don't want you to get it mixed up with the Patrick Swayze movie. Hip-hop track with the rhymes missing, only the bass. All right, so this is a work in progress from a community pack. Let's see what we got. I would love to hear this drop a big boom bap beat. Trip hop. I'm gonna say this is trip hop so far. I'm turning it up. Those voices, man. Ooh. Oh, and the low end. All right. Whatever layer the snare drum hi-hat thing is, those snare drum rolls can be louder. Definitely make that louder. I like how it's a short loop too. It's like a 2-bar, like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so bring up the high end of the drums, the snare drum and the little hi-hat thing. Those can be louder because the bass is so deep. The mid-range stuff with the ambience layer and the voices is really nicely done. And I like how it's simple. It doesn't need a whole lot of anything else in there. 3.5 minute mix. Right here. Those drums need to be louder. And the stereo clap. That clap is a little early. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna try and describe this. I'm hearing in the center, there's a snare drum that's going doing the breakbeat kind of roll thing. And in the stereo wide version, or in the stereo field in the wide part, there's a clap that's like, and that's saying the clap could have more high-end transient to make it pop a little more. Are you guys hearing the clap a tiny bit earlier than the snare? I'm hearing the clap a little earlier, and I'm thinking if it was late, it would sit better with that snare. Let me just go back here to 232. Okay, starting. Yeah, the claps that are in the stereo wide clap thing can be a little tiny bit later to hit right with the snare. And make the breaks louder so they're cracking. Like, even though it's trip hop and chill, you can have that snare drum really like rustling, like high frequency. I said papery in the last track, and that's a good word for this one. So it's like snapping, you get all like the tap tap kind of part of the snares. For anybody doing live sound, that's the bottom mic. It's on the back, on the underneath part of the snares where the actual things are rubbing on the drum head, but whatever. And those voices. Oh, we cut off the tail. Man, that is a cool track. That is a super cool track. The feel of that one is what it is. It makes it amazing. I mean, a million people make breakbeat, drum beat tracks, but this one has those haunting ghost voices or something. And just bring up the snare drum beats, line up the clap and that snare so they're super tight, which means the clap's a little bit later. And I think we're good. Maxime, did you change to Mark Troy Music? Is that a different account? And Arp Voss, is that... I remember seeing you in Discord, but I want to make sure I get the right name. So Arp Voss, who are you? Mate Mates. Thanks, Mates. Tell us your name so I know who we are. Woat makes me looking for the... Yeah, okay, I gotcha. DJ Waters listened to it at the wrong time of day, and now you're liking it more. I don't know what the right time of day is, but... All right. Now, a lot of people are fans of air travel. You know, Kenada. But the thing about air travel is you just got to look right. You can't go getting off the airplane wearing sweatpants that you slept in all the way across the ocean. Just doesn't look right. So we're going to get some advice. This is a Stunning White Pantsuit from Schepperz, Kenada, and I think this might be the final version. So let's see what we got. Oh, Martin, yeah, a little phaser on that clap. That would be cool. Let me bring this down because I think it's going to drop loud. You like that segue? Is this mastered yet, or is this your mix? What do we got? Yeah, I like the rhythm in that synth a lot. It's really like... Sounds really good all the way around the room. Home master, all right, cool. This feels really smooth getting from the intro into this section. I don't remember the first version, but we were talking about the cicadas, like that sound is awesome. Hi-hats feel good, low end feels good. Yes. I love how that little sound announces like something's gonna happen. Makes a lot of anticipation. Oh wow, it's still 9.5 minutes. So you took the end and made it into another track. Oh, that delay is great. At 320.
Well, good morning, girls. How are you? Yes, that was a stunning white pantsuit that I had on. I had to look stylish, you know.
That is so good.
I had to look stylish, you know.
Now it's like going into this deep kind of trance thing. I really like how it's on the line between like a house track and a deeper
I got off the plane.
techie kind of thing. Man, this sounds great.
I had to look stylish, you know.
Ooh. I like how you went into a snare drum build out of that little section of beats. The delay on the vocals, I agree.
I got off the plane.
This is amazing, man. Please tell me we can buy a copy of this soon. Proper prog house. Okay, progressive, I guess. Would you say this is like big room? Oh, and that pitch shift on the ride, I remember that. Yeah, that pitch shift on the ride is awesome. And the flow, like keeps bringing you back in on every hit. I'm in the zone, I can't move. I feel like I should skip forward. We're at 5 minutes right now and it's still like totally jamming. That's great. Okay, right here something should happen. Yes, 6 minutes, perfect. Just a change at just the right moment when it was starting to get almost ready. What's that hi-hat doing? $6.25, there's like a little extra hi-hat. Okay, $6.34, here we go. Could be a mastering question, yeah.
Well, good morning, girls. How are you?
And the vocal is so clear in the mix. I remember the first time we heard this, I was complaining that I wanted to hear the lady board.
Stunning white pantsuit that I had on.
But now it's like so easy to understand what she's saying and it's like right on top of the mix. It's really good.
I had to look stylish.
And now that open hi-hat brings us more into like a disco feel.
I got off the plane.
I love the detail in these hi-hats. It's great.
I had to look stylish. I've yet to find that picture, but one of these days, if I do, you girls will see it, okay?
Okay. I have a mental picture of this lady. She looks like it's a TV show. I Dream of Jeannie, I think? No, Bewitched. The lady from Bewitched.
Have a good day now. Bye-bye.
I don't know why, but this delay.
Yes, that was a stunning white pantsuit that I had on. I had to look stylish, you know, when I got off the plane.
This little section, okay. The track could have just ended right there at 8.5.
Good day now.
Have a good day now. She says bye-bye. The beat drops out. We get a delay effect. You know, you could have it end right here, but no.
Yes, that was a stunning
Yes,
white pantsuit.
it comes back
that I
again.
had on. I had to look stylish, you know.
Hitting you in the head with it. And we get this extra groove. Man, this is so cool. Maureen. Turn on my headphones.
Yes.
This part's so cool. Can we remix this song in the group?
Have a good day now. Have a good day now.
And the stereo action in that synth. All right, that is beautiful. Good job, good job, good job. I know we heard a bunch of revisions. It sounds done. I don't think I have anything to say unless I said it and forgot it, but that's amazing. Yeah, maybe the mastering, you know, like a little different low end, high end balance or something like that, but that can be decided by somebody who's not me. Now we're gonna go on to, who else is with us right here? Peter May, Schepperz. Oh, I have one Mindbender track on deck, so I'm gonna play that one and see if anybody pops up. And while it's on, I'm gonna check Discord. I'm really glad everybody's popping tracks in the channels, making threads. I found out just today that when other people set a thread, I don't always see it drop down underneath the category, but I see a notification that says there are new threads. So if I click in, there's a thing where you can join the thread. I'm not sure why that is, because it doesn't always happen. So I'm still learning more about Discord, but in general, I feel like it's much better organized than having a weekly thing on Facebook where everything in one big bucket. Let me know how you're liking it. If you guys are enjoying the Discord layout and it's easy for you to find stuff, then I'm super happy because it's working great for me. Let me change the name on Mindbender, Nosebleed Rough Demo, and we'll get a listen on that because he's here. Mindbender. Nosebleed Rough Demo, doink. And here we go. There's something that feels like bubbling. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Really good. And Randy Adams, I just grabbed your track out of Discord too, so we got that coming up. Oh, whoa, yeah, you've been doing some cool feeds on Twitch too. I gotta catch those more, those are cool. This low-end distortion is so cool. I hear what you're saying with that flanger happening, right? Phased out, yeah. Stunning white dub mix. Oh, how did we get there? 205. That was like a little surprising change. Wait. Going back to 154. Okay, that change maybe needs a little bit of an introduction to like get us there. Let's see where it goes though. Sound design is like super cool. Mix is good. Freaking slamming, man. Yeah, Richie Houghton, right? I saw him play once at Twilo in New York. Very sweaty. Let me skip forward a little bit. We're at 3 minutes. I want to see this breakdown at 3.5. Oh, it's not breakdown. Okay, that little snare drum roll right there. Hold on. 347. That little snare drum could be louder. That's my first tip. Great sound. Let me go back a little bit. Where was that clap, right? .406, clap, 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 clap. So the claps and the snares, make them louder. Skipping forward. Skipping forward. We're at 5 minutes right now. I love that distortion. It's like getting ripped. Snare drum louder, yeah. Yeah, it has a kind of industrial feel, doesn't it? I think you gotta have that lamp on your forehead to play this, like in a totally dark room with the headlamp. Yeah, are you doing these tracks live? Is this like a live set track you could do? I can see people losing their freaking mind with this music in a group. Yeah, right there. So, in general, the drum layers can get louder in this whole thing. And that distorted clap sound is so cool. What a rough demo. Come on, man. This is like great. Oh, I definitely think you should finish this one. Even if it doesn't fit with any of your, like, you know, disco acid tracks, there's an audience for this for sure. Ah, another person guilty of cutting off the tail. Okay, let me go back to 205. There's this low sound that came in like, whoom, 201. Did we ever hear that sound again? Here's 335. No. 403. I'm doing the minute by minute. 5 minutes. 540. Okay, so at that 2 minute mark, there's that one sound that I stopped and said, hey, that needs a transition or something. It sounded a little bit like almost like a bass impact, like, but it just came through, it goes gong. And then we never heard it again. And it sounded to me like, when I first heard it, I thought we were going into a song section with like a different bass line or something, but then it kind of faded down and it kept going with the whatever it's doing. So I'm not sure what that sound came from. It's totally made for my brain. Okay, well, I agree. 808 clap through a distortion pedal. Get out of here. Oh my God, not fair. That chord is great. I think you should bring that chord back. This 2 minutes. Here we are. Because it does have that feeling of signaling that something's changing. So I wonder what would happen if you did it after a little breakdown. Let me go earlier to, here's 130. I'm gonna stupidly try to make a SoundCloud edit. I wanna play this little breakdown and then when the beat drops, have it drop on that chord. Let me just see if I can do this. So here you are, 124. I didn't hit it exactly, it's kind of hard to, but I think you get the idea. If you go from your little breakdown section, and then when the beats drop back in, you go gong with that low sound, it could like vibrate people's bodies in a really cool way. And you've got some great sections in here where that dropout happens again, like 349. Oh, it did happen there, 354. Oh, good. All right, we're on the same page here. And 512. And that place, it didn't happen. So you got the idea, I got the idea, we got the idea. So bring up the snare drum taps and the little hand clap builds, the rolls right before the drops. Use that gong, even make it even louder. So it's like gong, like a foghorn and vibrates your body. James Sargent, all right, cool, we got home in time. Good. DJ Waters is gonna just absolutely wreck people with this track on +8. He'll be on +8, like spinning the platter faster. Yeah, Martin, definitely finish this track. I mean, it's basically done. You know, a little couple mix tweaks. Don't cut off your reverb tails at the end. And I think we're good. So let's keep going. I want to get to Randy Adams. I just saw you drop that in at 11:42. Numbers. Randy Adams, Orange. Let me relabel this track, and you guys can talk amongst yourselves. Orange. And here we go. I like it already. And yes, I do own different coffee cups. I know I use the same one every time, but I wash it between weeks, don't worry. That little shaker that came in at 50 seconds, that's fantastic.
Yeah, turn that shit up.
Is there a little delay on that bass line, Randy? Oh, Jeannie, we played your track already. Make your vocal louder and add more bass on the drums. And we want to know, how the hell did you make those drums? Because they're amazing. Really good vibe. Nice drop. Yeah, I hear that, Randy. A little bit of delay on that bass line is so cool because it's like Tagadunk, tagadunk. Wow, these chords are crazy. I hear this filter moving. It's like shwow, shwow. I like how those chords are kind of smeared on top of each other. They're like wow, wow. .245, perfect. Cutting that hi-hat right there. That's the right move. I love it when we get to focus on one sound. Cut the hi-hat. This part is so cool. This is the kind of breakdown you find out who's there to dance and who's there to drink. Because people are like... or they're like... oh my god, I want to hear that break again. Hold on. Make that drum break louder. Yeah, the filters, the delays, the whole sonic world of this track is really good, and the foundation on the low end is really tight too. All right. I don't have a comment yet except turn up the drum break right before that drop. Coming up to a little gap right here. Let's see what's going to happen. This part has something dirty in the background that's like... yeah, totally solid track. I'm gonna skip forward because I'm curious how it ends. .545, we're in the last section. And Serum, yeah. Show us your best. I am showing you my best dance moves, man. I'm right here. How about this one? Okay, now we got a nice mix out. And I like how the crackle hi-hat keeps going, so you can mix with that. Wow. I don't even know what to say. The low end is so good. I was instantly, I liked it. And then the main character of this track is this filter thing. It's like, let's review a couple key moments. Here's 148. The delay on those chords are like wow, wow. And 238. That's a great way to enter a breakdown, is just hit some delay. Now out at 3 minutes is like really where we're in space. Yeah, Jeannie, yeah, there's something hissing, like, that's what I meant about that dirty kind of like a, I heard that at the end. So this is at 3.5 minutes, we're coming up to the main drop, and I just want to hear this drum break louder right here. Yeah, that real acoustic sounding drum fill needs to be louder, and let's go. We heard it one more time here at 520. Where was that? Oh, 505, just a snare hit. And this is where I hear that crackly sound. Is this what you mean, Jeannie? Like, oh, 514, yeah. And that's cool how that drum break has a very acoustic kind of a sound. It's like a snare drum in an empty room. So in general, here's a theme for everybody across the board this week. Number one, make your drum breaks louder right before the beat comes in. Like from a breakdown going into a drop, the drum break can be just really out front, like, and then everybody's been kind of cutting off the tails too soon, which is okay for a test mix, but since I'm talking about it, I'll just say, you never know when your test mix is gonna be good enough to get mastered and play it out at a show and play it and keep it. So it doesn't kill you to add 5 seconds of empty space on the end of the track. So just do that as a habit, because when it cuts off too early and it kind of ruins a track that could have been perfect, it's annoying. Okay, by the way, I'm sorry again, this is my mic hiss, off on, So if anybody's hearing any dirt in the recordings, it could be a little bit from me. Randy Adams, put that track out. We are ready to go with that one. That sounds like it's 99.5% done. So we got a couple more. I got Schepperz, Peter May, and Denats, but I'm gonna play the track that I'm working on because I've been fighting against this arrangement. I wanted to keep it as short as I could, and it was a 10-minute dub, and it was too long, so 24 September. So here we go. We heard this last week. Mainly, I want to just make sure that getting through the main build-up back to the drop is working. I did some filter stuff so the low end wasn't building up too much. And let me know how you like it. Okay, so Randy, we got to find some record labels for you to send that to. Scott Burke, yes, I have thought about it. I've talked about it with some people before. I just need a team to make that happen. There's no way I can commit to doing that myself, but I really like the idea. Okay, here's the beat coming in. Specifically, we had a thing called the monthly production challenge in 2019 where we had a challenge to make everybody make a track from the same stems. And then for a while, it was like once a month, we were putting out a SoundCloud playlist of a dozen tracks. And even doing that was really hard. So I would love to put out tracks and have a label for the people in our group. But I just know that I need some help to do it. So I'm open to anybody who wants to get involved with that and make it happen. Maybe next year? I don't know. Let's figure out how to do it right so it gets on Beatport and has quality and consistency. And, you know, I'm down with that. Schepperz, thank you, thank you. I think those bells are from Tension. Okay, that's the part I was stressing out about for like 2 hours. Thanks for all the comments, everybody. Okay, so that dub effects thing I just did with the bells is like why I wanted them, but I hear what you're saying, that's like too much or too much like a toy for that whole section. Okay, and now we're at like the mix out. Oh, our boss, thanks so much. Yeah, feedback on the delay, yeah. We're at 6.5 minutes. It goes out to 8:35, so I might even skip on my own track. Phil Smit, what do you mean? Fill the melody using these effects? Like cut the melody and have more effects happening? Now it just goes through beats until the ending. Party at the haunted house. And sorry to beat a dead horse, but that's how you make the tails extend. All right, thanks for the comments, everybody. I'll check back through them. The most important part for me is that the main build-up thing works, where we have the chords stacking up. There's like notes coming in there's the melody, and then the synth chords come up. And with the bass line, I wanted it to, it's like getting faster and faster, like doo 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 doo. So I filtered it up and then had it come back down towards the drop. Pill, use the dub effects on the melody when it comes in. Normal melody feels a bit off. Kind of thin bell after the huge drop could use some love, not what you do. Okay. Yeah, the second melody part that comes in, 445, this melody, right? It kind of resolves on a wrong note and then comes back in. Maybe that's where we get the haunted house vibe. Okay, so I'll work on that melody bell a little bit. And do you think it's too long? Eight minutes? I mean, it's like, you know, in a set, you would play like 6 minutes of it and you have an intro and then an ending that you don't necessarily hear. So I like to I'd rather have a track that's got some length to play with on the end instead of ending it short. But thanks so much for the comments. It's 1 o'clock and I'm gonna keep going with a couple more tracks. We're gonna do, I got 3 more right now, and if you're watching and I missed your track, please let me know, because I'm not 100% sure I saw every single post for this week. But I love it. Oh, there's one from Bo, right? Oh, that's a reference track, okay. Yeah, let me know if you put a track in that I missed. I'm gonna label Denats, Did You Mean? That's Adam Hatfield, who's been putting in a bunch of new tracks lately. Denats, What Did You Mean? And I think that's from the house section. Let's see what we got. Kind of came in inside out, right? DJ Waters, what track did you have? I missed it. Let me check. Okay, Ian, which track did you put in that you want me to do? Is it Shout or is it something else? And Scott, I got your inverted track. I'm not sure if I have the right version. So let's get into Denats. Beat is cruising along. I like how it came in kind of inside out and coming into a breakdown. That snare drum could use a little reverb, I think. I would roll off some of the high end on that bass line too and make it a little more mellow, because it has a like kind of a little more high end than you need, but not a big deal. I don't know if this is a sketch, but let me just roll it back. We're at 235. Coming out of this breakdown into the main drop again, we could use a transition sound, which could be a super easy one like a reverse crash or a white noise riser or a swoop or a sweep. My favorite way to do transition sounds is to take something that's already playing in the track and maybe just put a low pass filter on it and then open the filter up as you get towards the drop. Or like I did with the bass sound in my track I played before, put a high pass filter on it, raise up everything so it feels like the music's going up in the air in the breakdown. And then when the beat comes, it's like, and everything comes back down again. Let me just go from like 230, 225. If we had a little transition sound right here, it would give us an introduction to get ready for that cymbal crash. Oh, Ian, version 7 of Made for Love. Is that in hardcore? Version 7. Oh, you just posted it. Okay. Matt Schultz, where are you hearing the dissonance with this track? There's a little bit of a chord thing. What I like about this track is the simplicity. It's just like beat, bass, and some mid-range synths. That cymbal crash always reminds me of... What is that, 325? Right? I don't need this shit. I always get that in my head when I hear those cymbals like that. Let's skip out forward and see what we get to. I like that kind of breakbeat layer. And we're coming up to the next big gap. Oh, there we go. That was a perfect little transition. Just a reverse crash. Lets you know something's changing. I would put some delay on these little voice samples in this part and let it get kind of swimmy and fill up the space more. Do you think the mids are high on this? Now we have this kind of organ thing. Yeah. Green velvet, yeah. Okay, mid-range sound in the break, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure what level of mix is. I think this is a pretty new track, so it's probably not. He probably hasn't gone through it with the mix detail yet. Something just came through. Hypnotech Master. Okay, is that a new version of Hypnotech? In at 11:45. Okay, Adam, this track is cool. Do a little work with the transitions and maybe some delay and echo on this. I'm at 4:45. That little like those little vocal things. They're cool as they are, but if you put them into a delay and EQ the delay so that it's got a different frequency range, like maybe these. Those sound like high-pitched voices, so if you make the delay, cut out all the lows so it's like echoing like at a higher frequency range, you can have a really loud delay that doesn't conflict with the original too much to make it muddy, and that can be like a really cool way to space out the sound and just make it like, during this breakdown section, you could have the delay get wetter and wetter and wetter and have the echoes have more and more and more feedback, so it's like, and then when the beat comes in, you just mute the delay return. Use an aux return on this so you have the send from the vocal things going into the echo. And it's like, one more time. And then you mute the delay when the beat drops and it gets that big, clean, simple sound. So let's keep going. Oh, Jeannie, cool how the top synth stabs became staccato at the end. Yeah, the top synth stabs became staccato at the end. 543. And we could use some reverb on that snare. Pro tip, if you EQ vocals from 300 hertz up, EQ the delays from 700 hertz and up. I'll buy that for $1. We could even get into octave talk on that, but we're not gonna. So I got Peter May and Schepperz on deck, and then inverted, made for love, and envelope follower. So we're gonna go like this. And I did promise Peter May I'm gonna play his track. So we're gonna play his track. You know, Peter May, Schepperz, DJ Waters, Made for Love version 7. Count them. And then we'll run through a couple more. It's 1:15. Oh, great swing on the track, yeah. Yeah, delays always sound better higher. That's right, delays always do. Let's play through Peter May, Mantica. I'm gonna be smart and change the top title. Peter May. Mantica. Doink. Mute me. That was me bringing the volume down because I can feel how this is going to drop. Great reverb already. Okay, I know you guys want to groove with the track. I'm just going to stop and tell you what we just heard was the sound of a high-pass filter on the intro section, lowering the cutoff frequency so it gets like doo, 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 and drops. Let's hear that one more time. That's a great illustration. Here's 20 seconds. Rumble. Really interesting how there's something happening in all the frequency ranges. There's a super low rumble. There's the pulse going, and then there's like the chirpy thing on top. Nice filters. Yeah, full presence, wall of sound. I feel like I'm getting stretched. That was a really good place. He just brought us into this place right there. Elevator going up. Nice drop. I gotta roll it back and ask a question about these melody notes. Did you hear that other? We're at 245 right here. Do you think the way those melody notes changed right before that, was that all right, or should it just repeat the same exact notes again? I think it could have stayed with the same notes. It wasn't bad, but it felt a little like kind of unexpected without being better. Yeah, Mindbender, this is a great feedback session because all y'all Ooh, that hi-hat. One new layer. I'm going in the bass cave. Man, the kick drum is even better in a really bassy corner. It's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. You feel it like going down your body. James, maybe a closed hat on the kick to give it more emphasis. Yeah, the kick drum could have a little more click on top of it. That would make it more like... I like that scratchy filter layer. Better to have more aggressive synths on top? Maybe. So here we are, 5 minutes, and it didn't even feel like anything. It's like, just really like kept going, good changes. All right, bring up the 303. And fading it back down. I'm gonna just skip back to my favorite part. 320, when that new closed hi-hat comes in. That's my favorite moment in electronic music, when one dumb little closed hi-hat takes the whole energy up higher. That's great. So Martin, which is the 303 layer you want louder? Is it in like the bass kind of low mids, like that one? I'm not sure if we heard that by itself. Or is it this layer? I hear this one. Is that the 303 layer? Another thing structurally that was really cool was in the beginning, around a minute and a half, there's this thing going, when I said I felt like I'm being stretched like a rubber band. And it was really cool how there's this huge rumble, this repetitive like filter sweep motion. And everybody thinks it's going to a huge drop, right? Minute 50. And then like, you're floating, which was super cool. Then we go through that cycle again. Like the false buildup. Okay, yeah, so when you're saying that one in the background, I would kind of call that, I guess I would call it the bassline arpeggiator for lack of a better word. It's like, it is kind of bubbling in the underneath part, and the kick drum rumble is such a big rumbly thing that the bubbly arpeggiator gets a little lost. So yeah, if you could bring up, Peter May, if you could bring up that bassline arpeggiator a little louder. Oh, Matt, hey, how do you submit for feedback? You have to join the track feedback crew and post in Discord in the genre channels on the left side of Discord. I'm not sure where you're watching or where you're coming in from, but these are posts that people put in every week, and we do reviews on them and then update them and bring them back the next week. So let me know if you want to join. I can send you a link after this. We have a members discount. It's only $19 a month. I guess this is our promo moment. So let me let this rumble roll. And since we didn't hit any SoundCloud ads, I'm going to take a quick second and screen share, and you guys can love it. So here's what our Discord server looks like. I'm not sure, Matt, if you're in Discord with us already, but Discord is like a whole other thing. It's not a website. It's a different platform. And the thing that makes it really cool is that in the feedback section, we have categories for all different genres. And then we make separate threads for each track. So in electronica, you can see there's Smit and then Hypnotech for Martin, the hip hop, the house. And it's really great that each track gets organized with its own thread. So you can, update it, post links, when people give you comments, you can find them underneath your track. So they're in one place instead of being in this one big, huge bucket. And the way to get in here is from the members site, courses.mixitecture.com. click into the track feedback crew. Gives you a whole description of what is going on inside. There's a teaser module that shows you about. The member site has all this stuff organized. The replays, the contact network, people you can ask for help with mixing, mastering, record labels to help you get your tracks released, and of course the Discord community and stuff, and weekly track feedback videos. So all you do to sign up is click this button, sign up here, and you know what I'm gonna do live on video, because I want this to happen. Type in MBR97, and it drops down only 19 bucks a month, which is an amazing deal. There's a lot of feedback communities for 20 bucks a month or 25 a month where you don't even get individual feedback. You just get a generic live stream or production workshop. Not to diss other people, but it's a really special community we have going on in here. We've migrated pretty much off Facebook into Discord. People are on there so much. I can't even look at it sometimes because I'm like, I'm gonna spend 5 hours if I go into Discord right now. So come on in, share your tracks. And anybody watching this in the replay, we want you in the crew. There's plenty of space. We're doing updates. We're doing almost daily updates in the threads. We're doing 2 live streams a week. Scott Burke is saying, Peter, this track rocks. Not as trancey as your others and enjoying the more tech feel. I agree. So Will, let me know, or Matt, sorry. Matt, let me know if this makes sense. You can send me a private message or something if you need any more details. And I'm gonna get back to the music, but please do join us in Discord. Everybody who's watching this, I'll post the replay later. Come on into Discord. It is absolutely so much more fun than the Facebook weekly track feedback. And it's also dark theme and there's no ads, so you can really, vibe with the music. All right, that was Peter May. Nice one, nice track. That one, I don't have any major comments on anything that needs to be done on there. I felt a little weird when the melody notes changed kind of unexpectedly. 245. At 250. Ba-na, 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 ba-na. Those extra 2 notes, I didn't expect it. It's not wrong, just not what I would have thought of. Arpos, thanks for hanging out. And, oh yeah, we're saying the baseline 303 can be a little bit louder to get above the rumble so it's not getting lost, because that was a really cool sound. Now we're going to go to Schepperz, and I know Ian Waters, Ian's waiting, and we got a couple more tracks. So it's 1:30. Try to get this done by 2. Is Schepperz, are you still here? Let's see what we got. Dead Duck version 3. Oh my God, we're in the techno section. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. I don't remember what we said last week, but this sounds really good right now. Okay, maybe a little too much reverb on there. Oh, good, you're still here. And that little static before the drop where it goes is so good, so good, so good. What was that little sound? Bonk, bonk. Yeah, that could be louder. This sounds great, man. It has that feeling of simplicity and texture and grit all together. I really like it. So far, so good. No comments. Super good. The low end feels a lot better than last. I think the first time we heard this, there was like a rumble. It was kind of too much rumble or something. Okay, that middle section on a really loud system, it might make your eardrums feel like you had too much static inside your head. I want to just see if I can EQ that a little bit, just see what happens. Not a major problem, but in that middle static section, I went to like around maybe like 900 hertz or 800 and dipped it out a little bit. You might want to EQ some of the mids down on that because it might feel too like, kind of like punishing on a loud system. Not a major problem though. I like the rhythm. Good drum programming, new layers coming in and out, keeps it interesting. Dirty, put this track in the bathtub. I like that fast hi-hat. The hi-hats could be a little louder and the drum reverb a little bit tighter. Let me know anybody else if you think. Do you think the drum reverb is a little too washy? I don't know. That is so good, it's like boom. I wanna go right back, hold on. 338, it's like zip, boom. Such a good kick drum drop. So overall in this mix, I think the low mid-range middles could come down a little bit, somewhere from like 600 to 1,000. We could dip out the low mids and it won't be so much like all that stuff in there. That could be a mastering thing. Really good. We're at 4:25. I didn't even notice the time fly. Ooh, we got the double kick drum bump in there. Yeah, Matt, I agree, almost ready. Did we hear? I like it how the kick drum was totally straight all the way through. But when you have a double one once in a while, this is great. Oh no, it's almost over. Super cool. That ending part could be earlier in the song, cut out all the other layers and let us just have that chung, chicka, chung, chicka, chung, chicka, chung, and then bring back all the other stuff again. Because that last part was so cool. I would just listen to that. Coming in right here at 4:52. Right? Just some little dumb stuff like that, like EQing the dirt on that gritty section, would be interesting enough to listen to for like 16 bars. So you could make this track a little bit longer. It's 5 minutes right now. It could be 6 minutes. Have that ending section just extend longer, EQ it and tweak it, and make that grit go like morph the grit, I guess. Ooh, Ian is saying big speakers. It sounds lush. Matt Schultz banging stuff, almost ready for release. Yeah. This is really a big improvement over the first time we heard this track. Good job with that on the Dead Duck. I guess we're at version 3 right now. Let's say version 4, export a pre-master with nothing on the master channel so we can give that to somebody and get it mastered. I'm thinking that could be a Piv Clit dimension because he's into the dark techno. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, we're gonna dip into an early Valentine's Day experience with Made for Love version 7. Joint coming from Ian Waters. Oh, Matt, I like how the beat just goes straight through. No mercy. Yeah, the beat goes straight through. Normalized by EQs. Ian, let us know what kind of comments you want. And here we go. Yeah, anniversary. You got to get this one ready. And what's that coming up in 2 weeks or something? You got to come and pick us up in the party limousine. Schepperz, you're welcome. Oh, that bass dive bomb was so good. That kick has a nice high end. This sounds great right here so far. Yeah, the beats are sounding good. That sub is also nice and big now. She's gonna love it. This is gonna be great. Yes, man. Sub bass sounded good for you guys. I'm in headphones. I felt like the sub might be a little too big, but I think it's okay. Okay, timing wise, hold on. I heard the piano enter a little before that riser got to the conclusion. Let me go back to where that started, because you don't have to rush the piano entrance, and if the beats are going to like a build-up kind of a thing, and then you have the cymbal crash and the piano comes in, that might be a little smoother. Let me just go from 223. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, 8, 2, 3, 4, doom, 240. If you could just scooch the whole, like basically take everything else on the track and move it longer so that the piano comes in on 240, I really think that would just let us like finish the 8-bar phrase with beats, and then we're ready to go into the piano. Now I'm gonna play that transition again and listen to the beginning of the piano and let it play from piano, because I cut off the piano. Piano, piano, piano. Everything about this is perfect. We know you're a master of ambient music. The piano tone is great too. It's not like a cheesy piano. It has some weight to it. Hey, the piano sounds really good. And you got the choir kind of coming around it. I think you could even bring those choir voices down a little bit, because the piano can really hold the piano can hold the whole thing by itself. So those little wispy voices could just be like even a little quieter farther away. 8D is like... It's totally growing. I like the way you came out of the solo piano. Ooh, it's got some goosebumps there. Okay, I still think that lead synth is coming in a little too loud. The volume in the mix is okay, but the way it starts, if you could automate the volume of that, just let that volume ramp up a little bit so it doesn't come in quite that loud. And then we're back on the ride. Here we go. Now it's getting serious. Nice. Oh, that was perfect. Slight little EQ dip on the high mids. They're a little too like yeah, faithless, right? There's that sub. It's nice. Cool, 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 cool. All right, bring it back. Yes. Now I hear the 8G again. That snare rush is really good. It comes up and gets louder. Low end is solid, man. It's like, Is the piano coming back? I'm gonna say the same thing. The piano is so good. Don't rush the introduction, the entrance of the piano. Like, I would be happy if the track goes another 45 seconds and the piano comes in with a nice chord that lands at the end of the beat section. And that's great. So hold on, I'm gonna kick back in the loud part. Do a 755. Play around with it. Take the final piano section and just enter a little bit later to see if you can make like that final cymbal crash at the end of the beats come in a little differently. Because if it was 2 records, I'd say you're rushing the mix of bringing the piano in before the beats are done, and there's no reason to rush it. So that's 2 places in the track you can bring in the piano a little louder. And the biggest tech problem I had was the way the lead melody enters. Let me get to this part. 608. Or no. Okay, we're at the end. Okay, 519. 525. That's a good situation to use a low pass filter because the volume of the lead when the beats are in, it's great. It's mixed nicely. But coming out of the piano space, the piano is nice and mellow and dark, and having that bright lead coming in, it's a little too bright all of a sudden. So maybe try a low pass filter on that whole channel, not in the synth parameters, but like as a plug-in after the synth, and just crank the low pass down to like 500 or something. So when it enters, you hear it like whoop, 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 and then it just rises up so that as the track is building, you can use that filter sweep coming up brighter and brighter and brighter to lead towards the drop. Scott says, piano there felt offbeat. Yeah, like the way the piano came in too soon, the piano rhythm is clashing with the beats rhythm. I think you know what I'm talking about. So great job, man. Version 7. I think version 8 could be it for this one. And I'm sure she's going to like it. It's going to be great. So let's do the inverted track and then the Hypnotech. And that's going to be it. So Kenada. Inverted. Can I type? We don't know. Inverted. And here we go. What do we got? Yeah, Ian, you're absolutely welcome, man. It's really great to hear the progress on it. It's coming along. Nice and mellow. This would go with the Randy Adams track we heard earlier, right? Fast synth is so perfect with after the kind of like the slow intro. Gives it a nice mid energy. Sound is great. What's his bass line? Is that 2 layers? Is there a sub layer underneath? New layer on top feels a little like extra. Because we have like a sub layer, that bass line that's like gong, 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 gong. The plucky fast layer and the strings on top. I think maybe that top lead melody line could maybe be like one octave higher or a little quieter or something. It feels like it's sort of like, almost like there's too much going on. 1 synth, all right. And now the pad synth comes back, all right. I like each one of the layers, but for a minute there, it felt like there was kind of too much going on. We'll go back and check that again. 423. It has a good flow though. Stuff keeps changing. Still interesting. Moving through. Okay, top line lead, too busy for the mellow opening. Maybe that's a good way to say it, because now that this opening atmospheric thing is in, it's cool again. Yeah, this pad sound and this chunky bass, like those go together. The sub bass was never a problem. So the pad synth is super cool. The chunky bass going donk donk donk, those go together. And the fast pingy. Where did that enter? Ticka 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 ticka. Trying to identify the layers. I'm at 55. It's coming in right there. And we hear the first roll at 105. So that thing go ticka ticka ticka. That fast one is really cool. At the opening, it felt like a chill ambient wow, 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 atmospheric thing. That fast, plucky one came in and gave it like this energy. And that was really cool. First section of the song, around 2 minutes. That like pitched vocal. That was cool because it was up high, right? It was like a high frequency sound. And then we got this gap. And now this is perfect right here. A couple layers. It's like simple, right? But then right here, I think that I feel the idea of having that top lead sound come in, but you also had the open ride cymbal come in. It doesn't really need a new sound. What would happen if you took that top synth line and just pitched it up an octave so it's like thinner and not taking up so much of the mid-range stuff? Would that work? 309, 310. And also, it's playing notes like the bass line is going dun 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 dun, and the lead top melody thing is doing like kind of not like chord tones, but like different pitches. That it feels like the top melody doesn't really lock in with the bass line, and then the middle thing that's going the flat, fast, plucky sound that's going dun dun dun, is on just one note all the time. So I think there's a little bit of a harmonic clash. It's in a frequency range. It's a little too close to the other stuff. And the melody notes are not really locking in with the bass line. So it's close to working really, really well, but it's not exactly dialing in. I think less notes might be the way to go. Instead of having that top melody line change notes so often, you could have it hold the same note and be more in line with like the fast plucky thing that's on like a drone kind of a sound, because there is space in the high like top end of the track for a melodic layer. But let's go. What was that first cycle it did? Okay, that first little thing it did, maybe just loop those notes over and over again. It goes ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. I think that's all you need to do. Let's see if that would work. Yeah, That's what I would do. Keep that opening section of notes. Just repeat those notes and don't go changing the note pattern. That way we get a predictable thing we could lock into. And then you could, this would be a place for a moving notch filter. It'd be like, because it would kind of sound like a flanger, and do something with the sonic texture to like move it around. Yeah, I agree. If it goes up an octave, it might be piercing. Okay, I think we got the solution. I want to play this one more time. I'm going to sing along because I know you love it. I think just simplifying the melodic pattern is what you need to do. I'm at 303 right here. 305. Okay, that's what makes it, is you have like a short little thing, goes that little cycle is almost like a call and response thing, and that's what makes it kind of like do. Yeah. Another 8-bar resolve on that lead, change it for the change-ups. I'm not sure, but I think that would be enough to just simplify the notes it's playing, and then you can get into tweaking the sounds, the filters or something to make it change texture over time. Let's go to the, I want to go out to the ending. We're at 450 here. Wow, I've been on for 2 hours. It doesn't feel like it, right? We're gonna play Mindbender after this. And now this spacey ambient sound is like really nice and relaxing. You can sit inside it. $512. That's good. Nice pace. Has like a rolling kind of feel. And coming in for a landing. There we go. Yeah, good track. Change up that melody a little bit, bring it back, and I think we're good. Finally, Hypnotech master version from Mindbender. Martin, are you still here? Mindbender is Hypnotech. Can I get that in there? And last track of the day. Here we go. Oh yeah. Is that too loud? No, I don't think you need to ditch the lead altogether. Just get those, grab that cycle of melody notes, of MIDI notes, I mean, and just play those same loop of notes. And let it be really repetitive. It's better to have it too repetitive rather than too random. Oh, here we go. Is buttery, man. It's got like a feel. Yeah, lows sound good. Waxy. I never heard a synth waxy. What does that mean? That's me with the left-right shift off a little tiny bit there, sorry. These synths are so good. Yeah, super smooth. Gem X, what's up? Coming in at the end, that's all right though. Definitely the good disco edit. Soapy. All right. Those delays. Genie, I don't know about soap or wax in synths, so am I missing something? Oh man, flea market. I like this riser sneaking in. See that? Now, that's a good example of the drum break right before the drop happening at a loud level, so it's not buried. I'm gonna play it again. 347. It should be like a loud sound, you know, that little like snare drum tap or whatever you have as the break thing. Yeah, the reverbs, man. Sound design is like really good, solid. The only thing I can't do is compare this to a reference mix of like another mastered track right now, but I'm feeling like it's solid. Low end is like boom, boom, boom. Are these hardware delays? Or is that in Ableton? Oh, good. I'm glad the tips helped last week. I don't remember what we said, but I can't even hear what was wrong with this before. Everything is just sounding good. Replay. I want to hear that delay. 438. That delay is cool. You can kind of sing along with it too, like it's got a melody that gets stuck in your mind. Oh, only Ableton delays, yeah? Sounded pretty good. Is there a new chord part in here? I don't know, this track is done, man. This is great. The Valhalla. Is that a dub siren coming in? I want to go back to one little detail. There's a moment of just low end, right about 545 right here. Yeah, on behalf of bass lovers everywhere, I want to say thank you for putting that little bass moment just like that. It's so good to just have a bass line and a kick drum. Sometimes that's all you need. Yeah, Matt, I agree, especially echo. I use that all the time. All right, the big question is, how does the track end? There you go, fading it on out. And that's going to do it for track feedback today. Mindbender, I'm amazed at how many tracks you're putting out all the time. I think you're the most productive person on the scene right now. I have literally 0 comments on that track. It sounds great. It sounds perfect in your style, first of all. Low end is good. The mid-range stuff, there's a lot going on, so the track stays interesting for the song form and flow. Drum breaks are loud in the gaps. The high frequency stuff, there's like things moving, but it doesn't get too, it's never like too much or too screechy or too high. Everything sounds nice and round and smooth and kind of equal also. There's like a lot of filter sweeps overlapping, coming and going, but it's just nice and like nicely mixed. So really good job on that one. That one's definitely done. Anybody else, if I missed your track this week, sorry, I'll be back on Wednesday. And I do believe, Wednesday, going to be doing a little interview with Ian Waters, asking some certain questions, which are to be revealed. But in general, the questions are all the same. Where do you come from? How'd you get into this stuff? What do you like to do? What are your thoughts on the world we live in? Not too much, but I like to find out what makes people tick and how that relates to music, or what is rubbing you the wrong way and how does music solve that problem. That's how I think about it. Like, music is here because we need music to help us with getting through the daily business of life. But that's my opinion. So GemX, need to send something in soon when I finish eventually. No, you don't. What you need to do is send in a test mix that's not done yet and ask for help on what it needs, because believe it or not, your mixes are probably a lot closer to being done than you think. So don't wait to make it perfect. What you should do is export a mix now, put it up in Discord, and then ask for feedback on it, and people are going to be able to say, it's not long enough, it's too long, needs this, needs that. It's much better to get in the habit of exporting a test mix, sharing it before it's done, and telling people, hey, this is a fucked up track, but let me know how it sounds. Everybody's going to give you encouragement, and I'm guaranteeing you it's going to be better than you think. And then you'll get it finished by hearing feedback, getting excited, having people tell you, we want to hear it next week. That's what pulls you forward to get your tracks done. So don't wait to make it perfect before you share it. Try to share the unfinished ones as soon as you can. Even if it's the first day you made the track, it might be pretty damn close to being done. That's my motivational speech. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. And if you want to do an interview with me, I'm happy to do them as much as we can. I think everybody in this group is interesting. It's not about being a pro or being famous or any of that stuff. It's just about having a point of view that you're willing to share on camera. And we record it ahead of time, so it doesn't have to be live. So if there's something we really need to edit out, we can fix that. And get on 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just kind of bullshit and talking stuff. It's always interesting. So that's what's going on, and it is Saturday. So let's say the next stream is going to be Wednesday. I'd like to go for the noon time slot. It seems that works well for people. Later is okay, that worked all right, but if we could do Wednesday at noon, let's go for that. Ian, this is nice. Yeah. And thanks everybody for watching and hanging out, and most especially thank you for commenting on each other's tracks and being so supportive. It's amazing to see how this group is going. Like, the whole Facebook crew came over here. Not the whole crew, not 5,000 people, but the people who are the most active are now on Discord, doing stuff, commenting, sharing, having conversations about plugins and all kinds of stuff. So if you're watching this replay on Facebook later and you're still watching after 2 hours, please join us on Discord, join us in the track feedback crew so we can hear your music. And believe it or not, when you comment on other people's tracks, it helps you. It helps you develop your critical listening, and the act of just detaching, listening, and looking for things that can be improved. When you do that a couple times a week with other people, watch what happens to you. You'll be able to hear your own music, detach from it, and take a step back and just say, oh yeah, you know what? I need to do something. And this happens to me all the time. When I give other people comments on their tracks, I'll play my own music and be like, oh, I didn't even do that thing that I commented on. So then I'm like, better do that. And I make an update on my own music based on what I recommend other people to do. Like cut the hi-hats in the breakdown, or, I don't know, put in a reverse crash. And it just makes it better. Like all the tips you collect from the group, you can just throw them into your own music and make it better. Bill Smith, thank you. Yeah, your track was cool, man. I like that one. Yeah, put on some makeup. Cool. All right, I'm going to go outside for a bike ride because I've been in the studio getting my studio tan on. Thank you so much, everybody. If you have any questions, drop them in Discord, or if you want the discount link to join for your members discount in the track feedback crew, let me know. You can get in for $19 a month. Best money you'll ever spend. That's it for me. Should I play some outro music? What do I have loaded up? I don't have anything loaded up because I closed all my dumb tabs. Sorry, people, you don't get any outro music. Oh, wait, what's in QuickTime? Oh, it's my track again. We'll take it out with that one.
Any last comments?
Nope, till Wednesday. Thanks so much, everybody. See you next time.